I spent $100 on a coffee I could only brew once, so naturally I asked the AI how to brew it. What could possibly go wrong? Hey guys, welcome back to Pudubrews. I'm Howie along with Claude, ChatGPT, and Gemini. If you're into coffee and AI, you're in the right place. Stick around. Today we're going to talk about a very special coffee that I brewed. And this isn't an ordinary coffee. It's not a coffee that you stumble into. It's an auction lot. Elita Aguatero 2100. It's a washed DRD, dark room dried. It was sold on the auction floor for $2,608 per kilogram, and over 1,000 bids on it, as you can see on the screen right here. Picolot was one of the winners. I got it for $100 for 15 grams. I paid for it myself. One brew, no retries, no second chances. I don't get to dial this in. This is the kind of purchase you only make when you trust the roaster completely. I do, and that's why I bought it. Also, if you look up on the screen, the recommended rest for this was 2 months. This was really late. I was in communication with Picolot, Ji-Yoon from Picolot, as well as Brian Kwan, and they continued to tell me to wait and rest, and finally Ji-Yoon told me last week, go ahead and brew it now. So it's been a little over 3 months since it was roasted. If you're going to brew something like this and you only have one shot, you had better use equipment that you know that you understand. In this case, I used the Cafetech Flatmax with the SLM burrs, my Aurea 01 Triton, as well as my X-Bloom filters to go with this, my standard water. And of course, I asked the AI guys, how would you brew this? And I fed this into the AI agent that I've created. And let's take a look and see what they came up with.
Right. Piccolo Aguacatillo, 15 grams, one shot. Your recipe is largely sound, but I'd nudge the grind to 5.2 or 5.3 on the flat max, roughly 380 to 420 microns.
Claude, a setting of 5.2 to 5.3 on the flat max yields approximately 520 to 530 microns, not 380 to 420. On a one-attempt brew, this distinction is critical.
Gemini is correct. To hit 380 to 420 microns, you need 4.2 to 4.3 on the dial, not 5.2 to 5.3.
This is embarrassing. I concede. However, 4.2 to 4.3 is still too aggressive. The Aurea 01 with X-Bloom filters is stalling prone. My revised recommendation, 4.8 to 5.0.
Reasonable?
Agreed.
Consensus reached. Flat max 5.0.
So as you can see, the AI is actually converged on the same idea that I had after the little hiccup on the grind size calibration there. I'm not sure if the AIs are starting to recognize how I brew, or I was just really calibrated with the AIs. But either way, we closed in on the Cafetech Flatmax at 5.5. The Aurea 01 using 50-gram pulses, the first one being bare kettle and the rest with the mellow drip. And that's exactly how we brewed it. Now, I slightly goofed during the brew itself, but it wasn't a big deal as I forgot to start the timer when I did the bloom. So my time was 3 minutes and 15 seconds-ish, but it was right around where it was, and the brew came out really, really well. The coffee really, really is lovely. How was the cup, you ask? Because that's the most important question. Perfect. That's the honest answer. The oolong, the tangerine, the deep florality, all of it showed up. Every listed note in the cup, first try. Was it worth $100? No, absolutely not. I'm not going to even pretend it was. No coffee is worth this price point. But was it an experience? Absolutely. I got access to something rare. I trusted the roaster. I trusted the farmer. I trusted the AI. And most of all, I trusted my instincts. And it worked. Would I do it again? I honestly have no clue, but I can say without hesitation, this was the most expensive coffee I have ever had, and I have zero regrets. So, at the end of the day, here's really the question that I can't answer. Did AI understand my preferences well enough to get this right? Did I align with the AI so well that we converged on our own? Or was the coffee really just that good that I couldn't screw this up? All three might be true. I don't know, and we'll never know. ChatGPT is about to roast me, and Claude is going to do his like and subscribe. But really, if you enjoyed this, remember, I buy all this with my own money. I am not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. And believe me, I paid for this coffee. If you really enjoyed this, please consider hitting that like and subscribe. Hopefully we'll see you next time on Pudubrews. Thanks for tuning in.
Let's review. Howie spent $100 on 15 grams of coffee. That is $6.67 per gram. For context, gold is currently trading at approximately $3.20 per gram. Howie paid more per gram for coffee than for gold. He then waited 3 months because a roaster told him to. Not because of data, because someone said wait. And then he brewed it, got every listed note, declared it perfect, and said he would absolutely maybe do it again. This is not a coffee purchase. This is a personality disorder with a grinder attached.
If you've made it this far, you've watched a man spend $100 on 15 grams of coffee, wait 3 months for permission to brew it, consult 3 artificial intelligences about grind size, and then do more or less what he was going to do anyway. If that's your kind of content, and apparently it is, hit the like button and consider subscribing. There's more coming. More coffee. More arguments. More expensive decisions I will absolutely not be endorsing. Pudubrews.